Wait 1 second. Hopefully it's still on. Is it on? Is it on? I think it is. Not get ran over. Is it on? It's on. Hello? Can y'all hear me? I hope you can. I got the headset on today. I love winds. I'm inspired to go exercise because of your pictures you sent me. Okay, good, you can hear me. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. Like it's clear. I think those are called cirrus clouds, CIRUS or IUS or something like that. To where they're like little paintings in the sky. I think they're made of ice crystals or something like that. If I remember my meteorology correct. International Peace Day. I do believe. But sun's out. Everything's clear. It's gorge. Let me not fall down. I can kind of see. Excuse the hand. There we go. That's beautiful. Well, I won't ask you where you live, Carolyn. But it's nice. I decided definitely to go out before all the dog walkers come out. But it's chilly. I think it might be 67 for the high, something like that. And clear sky. The sun is out. It's not being disrespectful because it's not hot. It's just, it's there to let you know it's daylight. That's about it. Oh, I'm not in Canada. I wish I was. Well, maybe. I don't know. Where I am is fine. Enjoy where you are, but I would like to see Canada one day. I said I'll go out. I'll have a walk. I almost didn't want to, but I felt strongly compelled to, so here I am. Hi, Greg. Oh, let me ask y'all, those who are here, because I seen it in the reflection. Have y'all ever bought a stone and like felt something from it, like automatically or immediately? Or have you ever bought a stone specifically and ever felt lightheaded when you got it? Because that's what happened today. And so I want to know, is this an anomaly or is this something a lot of people feel? Yes? No? Because that's what I felt. This here in particular, this is Angelite. And so I get it today. This one's Obsidian. The Obsidian is just beautiful, I think. But the Angelite I got today, and I brought them outside for the purposes of the sun for charging. Because I can put them in the window, but I sprayed bug spray in the window. Because this house we've been in hasn't been occupied in 8 months. And so we got some critters, some spiders in particularly. And so I've sprayed poison everywhere, so I didn't want to put the stones in the window. So I decided to walk them out in the sun. Why not? We'll both get charged at the same time. But I took this out the packet in like light switch type energy. Like it just boomed on. And then not lightheaded as in I need to go to the doctor or nothing, but lightheaded as in lightheaded. I don't really know how else to explain that one. But it's like, oh my goodness, what kind of energy is this? But like it fell into place quick enough to where, I had to go check my blood pressure or nothing, but it's like, okay, what's really happening? But this is apparently one of my stones, or Gemini stone, I should say. It's moonstone, angelite, lapis lazuli, and malachite. And so I got all those, except the moonstone. So I'm like, okay, I like this. And so I'm charging it. And I got 8 more, so I'll have to come charge those too. And see, I have nowhere near me where I can go and shop for stones and stuff. Like nowhere. So I have to just trust the other person on the other end. Which I said in my other live stream, I get these from the Etsy store. It's called Uniquely Mahogany. And they arrived today. And so as soon as I pull it out, the package is boom. It's just the weirdest thing. The places, I mean, I could probably, well, see, I walk everywhere. And so that's why I say there's nowhere near. There's some, like, New Age stores here, but they're not close, not walking distance. At least not my walking distance, my desired walking distance. So I could probably take a bus or something, but I don't know how to do that either. I've never taken a bus in my whole life because I've always just walked everywhere. I'm trying not to go close to these people cutting grass because that's loud. See, I don't want a store. I'm not really a business person. I learned that about myself. That's not really something I do. I like to work retail, but I don't want to own retail. What is this? What kind of tree is this? That's Acorns. But what is this? And did it come from this tree? It's a bunch of acorns. Where the squirrels at? See, there's a couple ones that I looked up, but like I say, they're not walking distance. And see, this is the way I want my stone. Like, I don't want loose rocks in the house. Like, I want to wear them. I don't want just to have, rocks sitting out. We did on Sunday night, Love Wins. We looked at it then. See, here's my thing. I said this to Jen and Becca too, so I'll say it to y'all, and hopefully y'all will understand. I am not deeply empathic, first of all, and like so many people were saying that they felt hopeless and depressed and sad when RBG died because who she was and what she stood for, and the fight that she did her entire life, not just as a female, but just as a female trying to get into law school, trying to be a judge, trying, all these different things. And I am not one of those people who get emotional when other people die. And so when Jen and Becca did their live stream, I didn't feel like I needed to be there because I didn't have the same kind of energy they did going into it. They had a sort of a mournful and paying respect type of energy. And I'm just one of them people to where that's not me. Like, I didn't feel sad because I don't know her. That was in my mind, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know her. She wasn't my auntie. That wasn't my grandmother. Like, I didn't feel sadness. And so I didn't want to get in front of the camera and fake it. So I just decided, let me sit this one out and so forth. So that's why I didn't really want to do a bunch of readings on it either, is because, I mean, yes, I'll do, whatever kind of reading we want to do, but it wasn't something I was just going to go dedicate a whole day to tributes to RBG and this type of thing because, you know, I didn't want to fake it. Like, oh my God, the world is so this, and oh, we're so sad, and oh, we're so remorseful. And I'd like that. I didn't have that kind of energy. That was not me. And like I said, I didn't want to fake it either and sit up there and give you some whole speech about democracy and what we're really fighting for and this and that. And when I knew that would have been fake too. So I didn't say anything. I let other people who are more in tune with that type of energy handle it. And so we left it at that. But yeah, we'll do some readings going forward in the future, I'm sure, but I didn't want to do anything specific. I hope you're all right, Gmo. Oh, it's full blown fall in the air. I love it. Like I should be exercising, but I don't feel like walking fast because it's nice. So it's it's strolling season right now. The trees are turning. And Becca, not Becca, Jen said, like try to walk at the park, or because I wasn't doing any more walking streams since some degenerate wanted to try to post my address online, which was wrong anyway, but that really wasn't the point. The fact that you would try to do it anyway. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go outside and walk anyway. My community likes to see it. So pardon my expression, but fuck him. Let's do our live stream anyway. That's what I said, just to give you the inside scoop. Because Jim was like, well, I like your walks to the store and your walks outside, and so I'm doing it again. So there you go. Yeah, I understand that. I couldn't imagine being empathic. I couldn't. Feeling everybody's energy like that, no. I can sense it, but then again, I mean, not to get deeply spiritual, but I'm gonna have to get deeply spiritual for a second. I always said, because God places things on people's lives, right? And in my life, I am supposed to be a pastor slash preacher. I guess preacher would be more. Pastor has a church. A preacher just teaches. A pastor leads, guides, directs, and a preacher teaches. So I'm supposed to be a preacher. Delivering messages with oomph and feeling. And so I think in order to be as effective as you can be, I won't say the most effective, but to be as effective as you can be, there needs to be a certain amount of detachment from the emotions of other people. Like, it is easier for me to help you in your life and out of your situations if I'm not in tears too, if I'm not in shambles. Now, we're still human, sure, but at some point, I'm going to have to be the one to push through the emotions and come up with a solution. And so I think that is why I am not traditionally empathic. My empathy is like a worldwide thing. Like, I don't understand why humans are so horrible to each other. Not necessarily why you can't get along with your baby's father. I just don't understand why the whole world, the humans in it, can't treat each other better. I understand we're going to fight. Even animals fight. But I'm talking full-fledged war, torture, theft, this type of, like, why do we do these horrible things to each other? In the name of greed and power. That's my thing. That's what I am empathic about. I can walk into a room and sense a person is upset, but I don't carry that emotion with me. Like, I get to walk away from them and not feel anything once I leave their presence. It's kind of like when we do readings on Stephen Miller and the rest of the crypt keepers. I don't need to sage the house. I don't need to sage myself. I don't go to take a salt bath and all that type of stuff. I get to disconnect from his energy. I don't carry him around. And so, but I do get it. Because there's a lot of people around me that are empathic, and maybe that's why I attract empathic people as a form of balance, maybe. But I understand. You walk into, especially if you don't have something to protect your own energy, and you walk into a mall or Walmart or some big open place where there's all these different lives and stories and traumas and dramas. Ugh, that could be awful. So I get it. Hi, Jen. I'm outside. I was just telling them about our conversation. Actually, you know what? There are a couple of very, 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 very straightforward Aries people around me. And so I tend to attract that kind of energy. My sister comes up as a fire sign too, even though she's a Taurus. So I attract a lot of fire energy. And it's probably because I'm not a fire person. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not a cuss you out, dress you down type person. I mean, unless you push a little too hard, because Geminis are bipolar. So I can be very Jekyll and Hyde, but I attract a lot of people who are straightforward, because I probably need that in my life, is people who can just cut to the chase, me being so indecisive. I have, I think, 3 Aries women in my life. And then, see, me and Leo, I knew one Leo. Well, just one, so I can't paint the whole swath of Leos that way, but I don't know. Oh, honeybee. Hi, Becca. A mess in the dress. Oh, Lord. Well, okay, Becca, since you're here, let me ask you, because you have stones too. Have you ever bought a stone and felt lightheaded? It is cool. I think the high is supposed to be 67. It's very nice. Like, very, very nice. Are you suntanning? What the hell is going on over here? Anyway, you're a celestite? Okay. Because I got this today. This is my Angelite. And that's what happened to me. I pulled it out the thing and I told everybody, I said, it's like somebody flipped on a switch. It was the whole room was just like full of energy. And then I felt lightheaded. I'm like, Lord, not, scary lightheaded, but you could tell the difference. Like, it was interesting. I'd never experienced such a thing because all my stones are kind of just for decoration and commercial, you know. Do you just see? That's what I thought would probably happen if I ever went into one. If something like this is going on, this, I mean, look how it's not that little. It just probably looks it, but I couldn't imagine walking into a place that was full of this. I'd probably pass all the way out. But I'm walking around to charge them anyway, so I didn't want to put them in the window. I got my Obsidian, so we'll absorb the negativity. I think that's what it is, Christine. That was the first thing that popped into my mind, believe it or not. Not because it's called Angelite, but the first thing that popped into my mind was higher plane. And I'm like, oh wow, something just opened. That's what it felt like. I think that might be the spiritual equivalent to lightheaded. It felt like something opened, like somebody just popped the top off my head and all this energy flew out. I would probably die and leave. Just pass all the way out. It's too zen. And like I said, most of my crystals that I have now are commercial. They're mass produced and they're they're wrapped by machines. There's no human contact to it. None of that type of stuff. This she got from a crystal shop that she used to work at. Like, I don't think I'm ever taking this off. Like, that's... And red is my favorite color. Not blue, but blue is the color of intuition, though. I can't. I don't know how she has all them crystals in her house. Then again, I guess once you're used to it, you're used to it. Because, like, my head is fine now. Becca, you say this every time. Let me make this clear. I have zero intentions on getting into water with crystals around. Like, every time we talk about crystals, make sure you don't put it in water. I'm not going to put none of these in water. Like, at all. I was telling everybody I didn't even want to put it in the windowsill because I sprayed bug spray in it. So no, I am not going to get in any water. All crystals to me, well, all of them do because they're minerals. All of them leak stuff into water anyway, so I wouldn't dare put any of them into water. All of it's not poisonous, but still, I don't want nothing leaking out nowhere. The trees are gorgeous. I still want to know what this is. I passed it. I'm going to pass it, I guess, 2 more million times. What is this? Is that a lime? It is a lime. Is there a lime tree over here? That's acorns. But there's only one, so maybe somebody just dropped it. No, there's a lime tree, I think. It can't be. No, I think that's just big leaves. I don't know where that came from. No, not lime tree. Just a regular tree. Acorns. Got acorns out the wazoo. I don't know. Is she no, it was I smelled it smelled very citrusy. But then again, I'm not a tree person. I don't really know. And then she gave me this too. I like malachite. I do too. It's fantastic. I love it in the light too. And she gave it to me for free. See, there's a lot of these little acorns everywhere. That is the only big giant thing that I've seen though. But all these other things look like acorns. I'll pick one up when I see another one. It's a walnut? Okay. But where's the rest of them? There was just one, but it was just one that big. Like, I don't see any more. But then again, the landscaping people are here. Oh, you got some, Jules? I just got mine today. What kind of stones did you get? Oh, Lord. See, I ain't finna do no running now. I'm walking actually a lot slower than I'm supposed to be calling myself exercising. Because you should be able to walk 1 mile in 15 minutes. And I've been out here for 30 minutes and I probably just walked down the street. So there's this too. Y'all can see that. There's a lot of this business going around. Oh, I can crack it open. Oh, now it's getting all everywhere. And then there is those. That's true, Tres Leche. As I said before, even if you walk 1 mile, you still lap the person who never got off the couch. So I'm exercising in the Pittsburgh hills. See, I don't see any little rodents. Well, I'm gonna call them rodents because, well, they're rodents, but I don't see any. It's not like we got some hawk or snake population to where they're scared, but I don't see any. We got a bunch of that on the ground. That's what's in these trees. Back over here is a lot of the, because I can see them. Some of them are still green though. I don't know what the season is for them, but some of them are still green. Is that a rock? Oh, that's gorgeous. It's all white and sparkly. I'm not going to be Becca and go to the beach and take all the rocks, but this is pretty. Oh, there's an egg. I wonder what kind of egg that is. It's a cracked egg, though. But those rocks at that beach are so pretty. I would probably take them and wrap them all and hang them around my neck. Because I'm that ridiculous. I don't know what this is. It looks like poison ivy or something. But it's not. That's a weird plant. Huh. There's a bunch of them over here. Where is it? The egg is white. It's just looks like just a regular old chicken egg, but because it didn't have any spots or anything. Yeah, that's cute. You know what? I don't think in my life I have ever seen an acorn in person. I probably have and just haven't noticed it, but not like this. Not like you know, see in photographs type of acorn. But they are everywhere. They're all over the ground. Crunch, crunch. Save you some trouble. There's a squirrel who was burnt at the stake. Maybe that's why I'm afraid of large dogs. T-barb, that sounds dangerous. uh-uh. That was a bird, probably. I like the sky. Then again, I'm an air sign, so probably that's why. Now, these I do love, but for the sake of pollination is why. Well, that's not why. I just love these. On our nature wall. I can't see nothing on this screen. There we go. Those I do love. We used to just take them and like hunt them as kids just so we can blow them. Those I do love. Make a wish. Well, I wish for everyone in the chat to have a happy, safe, and blessed rest of the year. Be fruitful and multiply. Probably shouldn't blow it over here just because they can't really gestate over here because then they're going to come cut the stinking grass again. There we go. So 2020, you heard it here. The rest of the year will be fantastic for us. All 143 of us. 44 including me. Must be some deer in the tree. Oh, the bees love them? Oh, good. Homemade egg rolls. Okay, I'm gonna go pick that thing up again. Yes, that's why we need a better 2020. 2020 has just not been very nice. But I think 2020 has been a necessary juncture. It's something we needed to go through. You say that's a walnut? It smells citrusy. But it is extremely hard. So I believe you. It could be the oil. Yeah, that's what that is. When you smell it some more. It's the oil of whatever it is. Okay. It goes kind of citrus to pine. Like a citrus to pine. I don't know how else to describe that. I've never seen this before. Can you tell I'm a homebody? Lord. It'll stain my fingers. It's all right. I got $300 worth of hand soap. Oh, it is beautiful sky. Beautiful, beautiful sky. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I've never seen it. I'll leave it in nature. It's where it belongs. There's only one. Like, where's the walnut tree? Make me some ice cream. And it's better over there than it was where I found it, because that's where they keep landscaping. All this over in here is where the deers and the antelope play. I seen 3 of them this morning or yesterday morning. Oh, I am. I'm enjoying it already. Our cooling bill, I'm pretty sure, will be $5 because we have not turned on the air at all because we haven't had to. Like last night, I actually had a robe and I put the robe on for once. It's still 78 degrees in Florida, but that's only because, the Atlantic Ocean's trying to kill everybody. So it brought us some cooler weather, but I'm so tired of heat. I mean, I'm sure it gets hot here too, sure, but this right now, this is nirvana. This is wonderful. Big bright blue sky. Don't be like Trump and look at the sun. This time the big white ball of death is not burning my skin. I got one robe and it's got the sleeves where they're like oversized sleeves, and so they like go over your hands. Very Gandalfish. So it's fantastic. Oh, that's pretty. I picked y'all a flower. I can't separate it from the rest of its crap though. There we go. There we go. There, now ain't I pretty? Some kind of vegetations. Some purple flowers, those are pretty. I ain't going all the way up there to get it though. Do I miss the cicadas? Like a hole in the head. Those are crickets. Big giant spider webs. I can't stand spiders. That's why my whole house is full of poison right now. There was one in the house 2 days ago. Size of Saskatchewan. He had to die. Stay on the outside of the house. There was a mantis on my window earlier because there's a screen on the outside of the window. And this mantis is walking up it. Like, you're ruining my view. I don't want to see bugs when I look outside. Oh, if they eat the spiders, then they are much welcomed. Because that's where he was going. Because outside of my window on the second floor, there is this big, gigantic, disgusting Spider-Man spider web out there that I can't get because it's so high up. I don't have a broom either, so I'll have to go get one. just to get that off the front of the house. And then here he goes. He's walking up, surveying the surroundings, I suppose. Happy birthday, Be Classy. Spiders are disgusting. I mean, I know they're part of the great ecosystem, blah, blah, blah. I am not Mother Earth, so I don't care. They're gross. You can be all the spider you want. Just be outside. That's all I'm saying. Oh, do I have a video out? All my videos are already recorded. I put them out at random times. Oh, Lord. The dog walkers are here. Yeah, they got a web full of garbage. If you're gonna catch it, eat it. Waste not, want not, Mr. Spider. Well, good. At least the notifications are going out. Bless you. And what kind of bird is that? Sounds angry. Oh, he's talking. See, there's a whole cluster of these. Like a just giant cluster of. No, no crows. Well, no, I seen a crow or a raven, or I think it was a raven, but it was only a single one. Because crows are a little bigger, or they can be. I'll look at it in the sun. It's all nice and pretty. We have a lot of cardinals around here too. I ain't seen a cardinal since Oklahoma. We got a bunch of them there. Cardinals and blue jays. I know the South has a lot of bluebirds. You know, I've never seen a hummingbird in real life. I've always seen it online and in pictures. Oh, goodness. Well, here in the, well, I'll have to change that. I was going to say here in the South. I was not in the South anymore. But in the South, there's a lot of black walnut ice cream. Like a lot. I've never seen one. Never seen a hummingbird. I've never had apple cider either. Not the kind that I would like. I had one time, but it was commercial, so as in it was mass produced. So I don't think it was this authentic goodness that y'all talking about, because it tastes like garbage to me. It was like a really, really spicy apple juice, which I'm pretty sure that's, what it is, but this did not taste very good. So I never returned to it after that. Oh, it's getting colder. Come on through, Mr. Cold. Blueberry apple cider. Our grocery stores here have the apple cider donuts right now. And everything pumpkin that you can imagine, which I am not a pumpkin person. Now, we had woodpeckers in our backyard when I was a kid. It was the weirdest looking thing of this bird just slamming its head against the tree. It was the weirdest thing when I was a kid to see, just smack, smack, smack. I'm like, what in the world? You got some good shock in your facial cavities. Yeah, there's a lot. I've seen a lot of blue jays. Oh, let me tell y'all. Here's okay. Animal story. I told this to Jen and Becca last night. So I had a reading by Jen, which if you haven't had one, and you are fortunate enough, try, because she knows what she's doing. So I had a reading that she did for me about me embarking upon something new and me blocking myself and needing to trust and open up and so forth, right? So, so me blocking myself, because I do this. This was, it's not a revelation, but it's like a reminder. Because I know I do this, but I don't ever correct myself. Therefore, this pattern returns. Oh, look at the little chipmunks. This pattern returns and returns. Let me see if I can show you. There he is. Do you see him walking around? Oh, where'd he go? Camouflage. He's gone. Well, he's gone to my eyes. Anyway, because I was wondering where the chipmunks are. They're in there. Anyway, so I block myself from things because, that's what I do. That's my pattern of behavior. And so she did the reading and all that came up and said there's, opportunities and things that are coming at you, but you keep trying to block them. So make sure that you are receptive when it comes in, unblock yourself, so forth and so forth. So that night, I went to sleep. Night, mind you. I don't ever go to sleep at night, but that night I went to sleep. I had a dream. I'm not a dreamer. Not a lot. Like, I don't dream frequently. So I had a dream, and in this dream, I was at a new age shop, like selling crystals and incense and so forth and so forth. But I was doing readings, and I could tell because I felt mentally weary, like I had been doing them all day, and the feeling of or the word carried an energy, the word cattle, because it felt like I was just doing reading after reading after reading. They were just kind of flying through like cattle, right? And so I get to this one person, the end of the dream, and I'm shuffling cards, right? This is a long story to tell you something else, but that looks like a mouse. Anyway, so I'm shuffling these cards, and these cards got little words written in white lettering on the back of them. And so some of them do, not all of them, but some of them do. And I seen the word British. And so this lady was asking about food. And let me pause here too. When you have dreams, if you are not a prophet, a prophetess, then your dream is more than likely something in your life that is bleeding into your subconscious. So this thing to where everybody runs to YouTube to tell everybody about their dream, they're sometimes not prophecies. They're just dreams that you need to decipher because your mind is giving you symbols that it wants you to work out, because your subconscious is full of all kind of crap. So it's kind of like if you had a chest full of knickknacks and paddywhacks. So your dream is just going to reach in, grab something, show it to you. It may not be clear. It's not understandable. You may have to think about it a little longer. Like, why am I getting candles and candelabras? You know, they may represent something. Maybe your grandmother had a bunch of candlestick holders, and that is her message to you that she's about to visit you or something of that nature. It's not, oh, I'm dreaming of candles. That means the White House is about to burn down. Like, no. Anyway, the dreams most of the time are for you, not for the purposes of social and political readings on the internet. But anywho, so back to me. Then we have this lady I'm doing this reading for. And this is why I say your life bleeding into your subconscious. We're doing a reading about food. If anybody has been in my live streams, you know that is a big topic for us to discuss. And there is zero chance, well, not zero chance, but it is unlikely that anybody is going to try to book a reading in a New Age shop and ask me about food. Unless you're going to say, am I going to be poisoned or something? But no. This person asked me, what should I eat? And then I'm flipping the cards, shuffling them. And I caught one of the words because I said there's little white words on the back of the cards. And the cards were a brown color, kind of like the, for those who watch Elena Rodriguez, she has a Toth deck. It's that color, kind of brown orange, burnt sienna type color. And I guess it stood out because I don't have any of those type of cards, and they look like cards that I would never use. So outside the comfort zone, because those are not cards that I would ever use. They had that kind of energy to them. And so she said, what should I eat? And I said, were you thinking about British food? And mind you, I guess you can say, regionally, there might be such a thing as British food, but that's what came up in the dream. So I said, British food. And so she grabbed the cards off the table and held them close. And she was like, oh my God, yes, that's what I was thinking. And that was the end of the dream. And so all of this was basically what Jen just read the day before. about stepping out of the comfort zone, doing something that, or sort of accepting these new opportunities as they come along, and so forth and so forth. Because it also bothered me a little that she grabbed my cards. Like, I don't want you touching my cards unless I give you permission to. That was an energy that came in the dream. And so it bothered me that she snatched them off the table and was holding them and all this type of stuff. But that was the end of the dream. So I said all that to now say this. So we're going to the store yesterday, and in Pittsburgh, all the streets do this. They all wind, and they're like roller coasters. So we're going up the windy road, and oh, there's another one. Oh, there's a bunch of them now. There's your walnuts. And so, squirrel. And so we thought there was some roadkill in the street, because that's what happens when you try to cross the street and people just keep driving. So we're going towards the thing, and what's laying in the street sits up, and we're like, oh. And luckily my brother's car has precision handling, so we were able to go around it and keep going. It was a beaver. Now, let me say this. I had been watching Jimmy Fallon, Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, like 2 days before that. And Robert Irving, the son of, was it Michael or not Michael? Well, anyway, Robert Irving, the baby Irving, he brought a beaver onto the show. I had not seen one in a very long time. On TV, I've never seen one in person. And so, in my mind is still the picture of that beaver, and then boom, there in the middle of the street is a beaver. And like I said, we were driving at it. I thought it was dead because it was just laying in the street. But when it sat up, you can see it was eating something, like, some little nut or whatever. And we go around it and keep going. And me and my brother, the whole way there, we say, oh my God, I hope it gets out the street. I hope nobody runs over the beaver. And I said, well, we can't go back that way, because if somebody ran it over, I'm gonna be sad. So we can't go back that way, just in case he didn't make it out the street. I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have Jen and Becca look and see if that beaver made it out the street. So Jen did a reading. Before she even did the reading, she said, that was an angel message. She said, what do beavers build? I said, dams. What are dams used for? Blockage. That was your angel message. You are still trying to block yourself from something. And I'm like, damn that Jen. It all, like, full circle, there it was. And the beaver made it out the street. Because mind you, it didn't set up and run. It just sat up. It didn't just run, it just sat up. Now, we were, because he wasn't going to run it over anyway, even if it was dead, because, that's just gross to keep running something over. So he always sort of, maneuvers around it anyway. And so when we were going at it and then it set up and we realized, oh, that's not roadkill, that's something that's still alive. But it wasn't alive and hurt. It was alive and eating. And so there was my angel message about this blockage. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. How can it not make sense? So yeah, that was my dream. And then that was all the events that happened afterwards. And this was one of them, because I'm not PETA, I'm not an animal activist. I don't think you should just be running them over, but I'm not an animal activist, but this one was different. This felt different. This because I was concerned the whole way to the store and all the way back home. And I usually, if I have something I want to run past somebody else as far as reading goes, I always forget. This one I could not forget. Because it was bizarre in a way, but it just felt different. And so, there you go. Mr. Beaver telling me to navigate around my blockages. Because he was blocking the street, because we're not going to run him over. So he was blocking the street. So we had to navigate around the blockages, which is probably going to be the theme of 2021. We may have to read on that. What is going to be the theme of 2021? The 2020 is change. The theme of this year is change. All of it is not lovely, but not all change is. But most change is necessary. What doesn't grow dies, and when it dies, it still changes. So we have to endure the change and then navigate the blockages. Because 2020 has just not been very nice to the overall energy. But, you know, yeah, I've never seen one in the street. Raccoons, yes. Here, deer, unfortunately, yes. But a beaver? And like I said, I hadn't seen one in a long time. Until 2 days prior to that, when I was watching the Jimmy Fallon show. And then, boom, he brought all these animals on there, and then there's the beaver. And what it looked like stuck in my head. Because he had that platypus-like tail to where it was flat and all that. Now, chakra cleansing, you can use stones, but I'm not a person who cleanses chakra, so I can't tell you for sure. I just cleanse my overall energy, is what I do. Oh my God, possums are, I hate possums. They look like the devil. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Then they have that shrill low tone. I got a lot of little burrows over in there. Y'all can't see where I'm over in there. That's where all the chipmunks are. You always just cleanse my energy, period. That's my first thing I do. I can't say when I meditate. I'll say when I pray. Is align myself with the divine. So however it is you do that, whether you follow the Lord's Prayer in Matthew or however it is you do it. So I align myself with divine energy and then ask that divine energy to cleanse my energy. And so that's how it works for me. You're grounding in the dog park. You know, I thought about trying it one day to, just walk around the grounds, put your feet in the earth type of thing. I can't. I can't even pretend like I can, and I know I can't. I just can't. Yeah, I just never had. I used to see them a lot on my way to work and stuff, but they just look evil. I used to do that a lot too when I was a kid. We had to be told to put shoes on at some point. I don't know. I'm not a ground person. I don't really care for dirt. I can stare at the sky all day though. Like all day. For no reason. It's just clear and blue. There's nothing in it. And yet I can stare at it all day. Hi, Nanny. That's what I'm mostly in my phone. That's what I got. Pictures of the sky. I don't really care for the ground and its stuff. I'm not a ground and ocean and all that. No. Give me some sky and some trees. No, Nitty, I did not. That'll do it though. The more time you spend outside with no shoes on, you will get some feet you can kick a house down with. I don't see anything in the sky. It's blank, which is probably my form of meditation. Because I can't just close my eyes and clear my mind. I don't know how to do that. I can't. Smells used to help, but they don't anymore because ADD is now out of control. Water helps, like if you let water hit your head, but eventually my mind will wander there too. But staring out the window, like, it's like I become a zombie. I just blank out. So this open blue sky, I like that. And I appreciate it a little even, like like this, like space is still there. Like it's still black behind all that blue. And so that makes me appreciate it even more. That we're in a place where even something as big as the universe can be camouflaged by light. And so I appreciate it for what it does and what it can do. And how it's just gas and light. I can understand that because it's too uniform. Like it would be like if you woke up and you were looking down a hallway and there was nothing but white. Just a white space, no walls, no nothing. It's just a big white long hallway or an open space, I should say. You feel like you're in oblivion or something. I can understand that. That's probably why I like the trees, because the trees are very earth too, but when you look up, you can see some distinction between sky and earth to where you kind of feel you know your place a little bit because you're smaller than the tree, you're definitely smaller than the planet, so you feel like there's some proportion to it all. It's not just big open vacant something. Yeah, I was on some website. They said it was happy equinox or fall equinox or whatever it was. I don't know. I'm always skeptical. I can't tell a person what they experience, but I'm always skeptical of a person who says they've been to heaven and they came back. So I can't tell you. But I wouldn't tell a person that it didn't happen, because how I know? I wasn't there. It just, I don't know. That just seems, I'm just skeptical of such a thing. I think tarot can help you with missing persons, but I think that's more of an angel and spirit thing. Tarot is just a tool. Tarot is a map. Anybody can read it, as long as you know how to read a map, because all of the positions that those cards are in mean something. So this is the past, that's the present, that's the future, that's the whatever, that's the whatever. And so all you need to do is read that card in accordance with that position and say, okay, in the past, I got the 10 of Wands, hard work, burden, okay? In the future, I got the whatever, you know. But when it comes to like finding a person, the cards are just tools. They may just be a portal to open you up, because there is no card that is going to tell you a person is here. There is spirit and your angels and whoever it is you're connecting to is going to use that tool to open your intuition, to open your psychic ability, and then you'll come up with the answer, because that's how people program their cards. There is no card for the ocean. There is no card that says ocean. There is no card that means ocean. But if you program your cards for something that has to do with nature, like you can say the Six of Swords is ocean because there's water in it. Okay, boom. There you go. But finding a missing person is more of a spiritual angel thing. You can say you're using your tarot, but you're really not. Your angels are using you, and you just feel more comfortable with tarot in your hand. Oh, did I have a troll? Bless their hearts. They ain't got nothing else to do. They just want to be a part. I mean, you know. Thank you, Larry girl. Such a why don't I'm trying not to be so harsh sometimes, but it's such a sad life though. To where this is not like, somebody like a Trump. If Trump was live, then go get his ass. But but I don't get the I don't know. I just that's sad to me. You have nothing else to do at all. Do what I'm doing. Just take a walk outside. Even if it's hot, even if it's cold, whatever it is, just be grateful to be alive. Be grateful you had something to type on. Anyway, wretched. I don't know. I just think that life can be a glorious thing if you let it be. Everything in the world's not going to be stellar, I understand, but you got something to type on, which means you have some money at some point to have you a computer, to have you a cell phone, to have you an internet connection. Even if you're just sitting in a Starbucks, you're still close enough to one to where you can do that and they didn't put you out. So be grateful, be thankful. But when you take that opportunity and use those blessings to do stupid stuff, you're going to lose it because you don't appreciate it. So that's the part that's sad to me. But you do you, boo, because you don't hurt my feelings none, so I'm grown. And that's another thing. Like, trolls, and at least in my live stream, you're not really bothering us. We kind of just look at you as just a goofy person. And mind you, just because you time them out doesn't mean they get blocked. They can still watch it. They ain't got nothing else to do. I think it's sad. Get you some help, child. Get you some help. All you had to do was say hi. We'd have talked back to you. Everybody in this room was a stranger at one point. Now we know everybody. We see the same names all the time. Even though 91% now, 91% of my audience is female. And I think 89% of y'all got the same name. Everybody's Kathy, Linda, Sharon, or what's the other one? Or Catherine. Everybody's a Kathy or a Catherine, a Sharon, a Linda. We've got 1,400 of y'all. And bless you, for you belong here. A Susan, that's what it was. A Susan. And we love all of y'all. Well, thank you, Christy. When did I start? Hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, they do. I know, sure. It was one that I used to work with that would troll forums because they like the negative feedback. And when you, anyway, I don't know. That's just sad, I think. But we've had that conversation before. You know, one thing though about walking long distance, you shouldn't walk so far that you're going to be extra tired trying to get back to the house. Like, yes, you may walk an hour and a half, but now it's going to take you an hour and a half. Get away from me to go back home. Okay, now, what is this flying around me? Go, you want this flower? Here, take it. Actually, you can't have it. Forget you. We're going to fight today. Good, Gary. How you doing? I'll do the walking. I'm not lost. Google knows where I am. But there's hills here, and so I kind of walk this way on purpose because the hills challenge you a little bit more. Now there's a really big hill on the other side of here, and the devil is a lie. I'm going uphill now, but I ain't going up that one. Like, I don't want to get too far. Like, I walk from the house some distance, but I get to an area and I basically loop around in it. And so I can cut this loop at any time and just go back home. So I'm not too far to where it's a daunting task and I need an Uber to to get back home. I knew that's what he was going to do. That's why I pulled that woman. I didn't say nothing. That's what I thought, is that he was going to try to be all Joe Biden with it and garner support. Oh, look, I'm picking a woman. And if you pick a woman, great. If you pick a Michelle Bachmann, no, not great. So, moving on. Or somebody like that. That's right, Sharon. Let's talk about nature. These trees are nice, though. But don't y'all like the sound of this? Other than, traffic from Florida. I know everybody I got it a few times. Oh my God, it's so loud. Well, I can't turn down the car noise, so I don't know what to tell you. But I appreciate y'all putting up with that. Because that video could have been full of negativity and thumbs downs and everything else. But it wasn't. Everybody was very nice, very respectful, and I appreciate that. That's not rhetoric. I do appreciate that seriously. For those who were here when my channel first started, I can't hear, I can't see, I can't breathe, I can't touch, I can't smell. So okay. I don't know what to tell you. I've been to Best Buy 400 times trying to buy equipment. But, you know. Yeah, sort of. They're not really changing all that much. Like you can see some yellows, or you can see some that have just plain old died. But they're falling, though. There's a bunch of them over in here. And so, you bet a suntan. She laid in the sun for an hour and a half. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get some of that good old sun. But I suspect they'll change a lot more. There's a lot of little evergreens too. So those are firs. They look like firs, which is an evergreen, is it not? I seen one. Where is it? That it's not burgundy, which is what I'm looking for. But it changed. You can tell it's changing. So not completely, not just yet. We still got a lot of sun though. As you see, our clouds are non-existent. So I guess when the clouds start rolling in, and they get less of that sun, and that photosynthesis get to acting up. Then down come the leaves. Oh, that's a mess. I'm tired now. Say we do one more loop around, then I'll break from this place. Oh, what is this? That's exotic looking. I'm gonna show y'all. It has a red, whatever the hell this is. Turn around, camera. This thing. You see this red? Can't tell what y'all can see because I can't see because of the words on the screen. But that's neat. Oh, y'all can't see that. There. You see the red? How like the trunk part is red too? There's only one. That's cool. It's kind of tall. It's got little blooms at the top of it too. That's neat. I like that color of it. Oh, it's probably poisonous. Anything that's brightly colored, it probably is. The stems and the trunk, yeah, everything was red. And there's only one. Hopefully the deers don't eat it. I guess they know better. Oh, now these things are everywhere. I'm like, where's the rest of them? There they go. They're everywhere now. I like this yellow too. Pokeweed. I should have did that in Florida then, with that weird one with those spines all over it. Because I didn't know what that was. It had a little bloom at the top. It was yellow, and the rest of it was just like horror movie type because it was black and it had weird little tentacles and spines going up it. Oh, there's the street. Somebody tried to, well, anyway, we ain't going through all that. That'll start a rant. It's called Picture This. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But y'all know everything. I swear. Like, me and my brother will be talking about something. And I've done this many a times. And then I say, I don't know. And he'll say, I don't know. And it's not something we can Google because it's kind of like we're looking at a picture of something and we don't know what it is. Kind of like the plants and things. And I always say, I'll ask the people when I go on the live stream, somebody will know. Because y'all are very connected, especially to the earth. A lot of y'all. So I have confidence that y'all know what it is. Just got to show it to you. Y'all know everything. Everything I want to know anyway. Somebody's laundry smell good, Jesus. All right, time to get out of this place. I didn't walk too far. I was gonna buy some rose water. I like the smell, but I needed a little more potent. I don't want it so faint. So here's what, okay, this is for going forward. Y'all don't have to. This is something I'm gonna do because I know sometimes it's uncomfortable deleting people's comments and things of that nature. But Susie H. So, in light of someone attempting to post my address online, I don't really want a whole bunch of people to see where I am. Hopefully, I didn't block you. I just want to delete the comment. So, when I see this comment of, hey, show me where you are, or hey, pan the camera around, and all this type of stuff, I'm just going to delete that. So, there you go. Because, mind you, I don't really care if you know where I am, but you don't need to know where I am. And mind you, they had the wrong address, but still, the fact that you tried it anyway is just weird in its own weird kind of way. So this is what I was saying to the moderators. If you see this comment, again, like I said, you don't have to, because I know, like I said, it's uncomfortable sometimes deleting people's comments, but if you see it, just delete it. Because the camera is this close to me. It's, first of all, it's comfortable because my arm, I don't need my arm way out here. But it's just comfortable. But secondly, you don't need to see. I'm not I'm not sightseeing. I'm not showing you the sights. We're chit-chatting. So there you go. And see, my location's not turned on, so it's more than likely somebody peering out a window or somebody trying to be messy or whatever it is. I don't really care, but still. Like, I don't need somebody even attempting to post my address online. No, I told everybody where I was, Pittsburgh, that's fine. But this person tried to post like full-blown address online. Not you're in Pittsburgh, no. They're like, you're on such and such street and you live on such and such street in such and such apartments. First of all, I don't live in apartments at all. I did, but I don't now. And your street's wrong too. So there you go. I'm in the Smoky Mountains of Oklahoma City. That person's in that grass over there. That's where they are. Yeah, and see here, and the thing about that one, oh, chipmunk. And the thing about that one was I deleted the video, which I shouldn't have done. I was, hindsight is 2020, as they say. I should have did the whole reported and all that, but I didn't think about it. I was just like, you know what, just delete the whole thing, and we're not doing walks anymore because this is like, that's crazy. But I thought about it, and I'm like, I won't repeat what I said earlier, but like, F him. I'm walking outside, and I'm taking my people with me, all who want to see. And because, I mean, you don't bother me none. I think it was just weird, so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that. But forget you. Because you don't get to control what I do. So here I am. Here I am, here we are. Hi, Jace. I don't see you, but I see the hi, Jason. So hi, Jace. So there you go. We're here. Chipmunk. Yes. And see, I come out walking anyway, but I don't ever do live stream because of, this weird person. But you don't get to dictate here. You don't get to control what we do. You don't get that. You're not allowed that. I allowed you to have that. And so I have to take that back. You are not allowed to have that. Bye, Kathy. Well, you can always watch the replay, or I'm just glad you were here at all. So thank you. It does. It's been an hour and 48 minutes. My legs are tired, but it's all right. My feet don't hurt. The legs are tired just because of the heels and building muscle and so forth and so forth. But that's the one thing on me, though. Thank you, Jen. Listen, okay. Like, I don't want to be that person, but I'm going to be that person now since we still got some time before I get to where I need to be. As I rant, as I walk up the hill. Whatever you clicked on, you can click off. Whatever you clicked on, you can click off. If you don't want to see it, don't ask the person you looking at, why are you doing this? Why are you reading on this? Why are you watching this? Turn that question back around. Why are you watching it? Not only why are you watching it, but why are you watching it and questioning me about something you watching? Why are you reading on such and such? Because I'm a whole independent person. That's number one. Number two, because I can. Why are you watching it? That's the better question. An unanswered question. Why are you watching it? Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to read on. Suggest all you want. But understand that I don't have to do nothing I don't want to do. So that's why. And don't do readings in my chat room. If I invited you to do a reading, fine. But don't say, oh, I got such and such, and this means, oh, and if I'd ask you, this ain't your channel, do readings on your own channel, not over here. And don't tell me what my cards mean. I seen that yesterday. I pulled the Chariot, and somebody says, oh, that means inner help or something. Don't tell me what the card said to me. You didn't pull it, I did. I don't need no help. I ain't saying I'm the best at everything, but I don't need your help. So no backseat reading. You're not my teacher. I ain't ask you. The end. Like, stop it. Like, for transparency, I read along with other people who are reading too, because I always have cards in my hand anyway. So I read along with other people too, but I don't ever post it in the comments, and never would I. What's that say? Something win Biden. There's a Biden something. Oh, Biden Harris. Y'all better be Biden Harris. Oh, right above that, Trump. Keep America great. Trump 2020 right below that. Lord Jesus, I need some better glasses. Something Biden. So upstairs is Trump, downstairs is Biden. Well, one would be closer to the sky and one closer to the earth. Lord Jesus. Yeah, I can't stay in backseat reading. Like, don't do that. I didn't ask you. Yes, and I do get it because this is Larry girl, Sheila. That's the child name. And she is welcome in the chat. Go ahead, say what you want to say, comment, all that type of stuff. But the new people, they just don't know, and then they get their enthusiasm is going, and they want to join in, and because it's fun, you know, it's fun. It was a UPS truck. It's fun, and so I do get it that you want to join in, you want people to see what you got, and you know that energy is going, and you feel included, which you are, but that's rude, disrespectful, and distracting. So stop that. So you asked her very politely, as only a Canadian would. So, so it was cleared up. So we move forward, and she did stop. So, like I say, it's kind of like the footprint tarot. I know they don't mean any harm, but like I said, I personally don't like it. So I would just personally like you not to do it. But you know, like I know, like I'm sure anybody who has watched Chrissy knows, she means no harm by that. So it's not, you know, it wasn't done maliciously. It was just like I said, it's fun to watch people do this, and you want to do it too. But do it, just don't post it in the comments. That's all I'm saying. Because it's distracting. Yeah, and I stood because I heard them coming. I'm very aware. I've been walking for 55 years, so I know I know how to cross the street. So I stood still on purpose. And they honked the horn. I heard you coming. Because that truck is loud. Yeah. And like I say, I don't take offense to it, to where like I'm upset. It's just annoying. Except that other heifer who was that ahora, yeah, she's a heifer. But but Chrissy is sweet. Yeah, Amora Horror. That was her name. Amora Horror. Or Horror Amora. Something like it was a horror in there. I know it was a horror. So horror. Something like that. And not like Star Trek a horror. She was a horror. And I'm like, this heifer, if you don't get out of here. Her name was Ahura. It was Ahura, Ahura, something like that. WhoraAuora or something like that. Hora Ahura. That's what this heifer called herself. And so she came in and was doing her God channeling, or whatever the heck she called it. Or what I think I called it that. She didn't call it nothing. But she called herself channeling. And everything I read on, she said the opposite. If you don't get your stinking behind out of my chat room, I know something. And I ignored her for a long time. And then she started being rude and disrespectful to the people who was asking questions because I was doing personal readings in the chat at the time. And so once she started being rude to people, okay, you gotta go. You got to go, and you got to go fast. Now here's what I want to know, cause this child did not knock on that door. I know y'all got a lot of deliveries and stuff to make, but he put that package on that door, hit that door one time, and went right back to that truck. Go ahead. This is why your package is always sitting outside. Yes, a horror. That child was crazy. I mean, good and crazy. And then when she got blocked, then she went and signed on to a second screen name and came back and told me the reason you can't read cards is because your chakras is blocked. I'm like, if this heifer don't go drown herself, will you get away from us, please? God, dog. She was a mess. That was funny to me, though, when she came back. She was a nut job. No, I'm buffering more than likely because it's been on a long time. And it reconnects. Live streaming on the telephone is not the same as on the computer. When you do it on the telephone and you're using this constant internet connection, it's going to reconnect after 30 minutes and then after an hour and then so forth and so forth. I've been walking for 2 hours, so that's why. She is rude. She kept telling people that, because they're asking personal questions, and then she's telling them the things that they experienced or not the things that they experienced. So I'm like, yeah, you gotta go. Don't ever tell nobody what to do with their own psychic tools or what it is that they experienced, because you didn't experience it. You can ask some clarification, but don't say that's not what you saw. You can't tell me what I seen. Your eyes is yours, my eyes is mine. I don't know how you messing that up, but maybe that's why you call yourself a whore. I don't know. Well, Douglas, y'all be careful. Sally went to Florida though, didn't it? But it's still season. I got grass on my shoe and I ain't walking the grass. She said she had one. Larry girl was trying to talk to her. She's like, well, Ohora, do you have a channel we can go watch? She said no, she used to. She used to do unsolved mysteries and stuff like that, but she don't have it anymore. Okay, go away. Hi, Duchess. Exactly, Jules. She was crazy. Oh, it's nice. I need a picnic table and a snack now. Oh, it's a picnic table over there. Bye, Jen. I'm going in the house. Oh, I got keychains from her too, Jules. She made some keychains. I don't know if you can see that in the sun or not. There's some keychains she made. She made me a 13. I wanted it to wear, but I thought it was too big until I got it. It's got chakra stones in there. Uber Eats is high. I got food in the house I need to eat. We got Chinese food yesterday. Exactly. I think we picked it earlier. And see, I got one key. I got one. And so it is too easy to lose it since I have nothing to keep it on. So I messaged her one day out the blue and said, "Do you make keychains?" She said she had just been thinking about it that same day. So there they go. She made me some keychains and they're light. They're made out of the same stuff as the onks that she makes. And she sent me this too. I don't know if you can see that. She sent me that too. Boy, the Satan show is... Anyway. Yeah, see what she can make. And the onks are very light if you want those for a keychain too. Because I'm sure she can do it. She does a lot of yes, T-Bar. Well, that conversation. I think what happens is the chat is live, but your video may be delayed. Oh, a stromboli does sound good. I can't find any pizza here though. I need good pizza in Pittsburgh, and it's not happening. We've tried two places, and both of them were crap. So we're running out of options here. There is a link, but I can't give it to you now because I'm on the telephone and not the computer. So I can't multitask because it'll close the stream, which I'm gonna close anyway. Make this loop one more time. Yes, uniquely mahogany. If you just Google it, it's all one word. If you Google it, it'll pull up either Amazon or Etsy. I think Well, she answered me on Amazon too, but I know if you do it on Etsy, it'll send you a notification you got a message. Thank you, Larry girl. Bye, Renee. Oh, chicken vegetables sound good. That's what I wanted the other day, was a vegetable soup. I'm gonna break out the juicer next week when I go to the grocers and get a bunch of fruit and stuff and make a juice. See with the frozen pizzas, the way we do it is we'll get the frozen pizza and then add whatever it is we want to add to it just to make it a little more luscious. But I don't want to go through all that. I want to be able to call such and such and say, hey, bring me a pizza. And they bring me something that doesn't taste like cardboard and ketchup. But we'll see. We'll keep trying. Because there's the chains are here, you know, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars. And I ain't had Little Caesars in a long time. And I was like, oh, well, because we were passing by and I seen the sign. I didn't see the store, but I did see the sign. And I'm like, oh, there's a Little Caesars here. So I'll just get Little Caesars because I have fond memories of them. But then I remembered why I remembered that I liked Little Caesars is because my niece, when she was about 17, 18, somewhere around in there, she used to work for Little Caesars. And so every time I got a pizza from them, she would make it. And she would do all the things that if they were trying to make quality pizza, like she put the garlic butter on the crust like we liked, and the toppings were this, and like everything was pizza. But when you order the pizza and she's not there, then it comes out like cheap pizza. So back to the drawing board. It's like she's not there anymore because she works somewhere else. Not to mention she's in Oklahoma, so you're not going to get the pizza you want. Oh, Papa John's can die in a fire. I wouldn't buy nothing from him if it was the last pizza place on earth. And I think they're franchises. So all of them are not bad, but I don't like him. He can die in the fire and take Chick-fil-A and Paula Deen with him. Like I can. Olive Garden it is. I need a good pizza place. I mean, there's Domino's here. And I don't mind Domino's, but I want one of these local people to make a good darn pizza. Like, I've been trying all these local places because, you know, mom and pop, and places that, you know, I've never heard of. But man, I mean, just striking out one after the other. I had a place called Bob Evans, that was good. And I had a place called Mohan's, that was good. I'm just walking down the middle of the street like I own the street. You don't get your black ass out the street. Lord. Okay. So I tried those two. Those two were good. We tried a Voselli's pizza. I didn't care for that. And some other place. China Palace. No, I didn't care for that. So we're trying these little local spots, but we're just not coming up with anything good. Do they really? Okay. I like Bob Evans. That's going to be a repeat. So I am definitely going to get something from them again. I got breakfast from there. I like breakfast, so it's not really one of them things. Well, you can mess up anything. You can mess up boiled water, but their breakfast was good. So I'll try them again. Where we at on the battery? Oh, Pizza Palermo. That's what my brother, he just texted me that picture. Oddly enough, we're talking about it right now. I need to see if I can reply to that. Oddly enough, let me not text and walk at the same time. There we go. See, well, I Googled restaurants and I'm just like, let me just go down the list. Because I mean, it's not like we leaving tomorrow. So, make a complete list and see what comes up. And so I'll just go down the list and see who's who. Pizza Palermo. That's what he said. That was another place. Is it hot here? It is definitely not hot here. It is fantastic here. I think it's 67 or so. The sun is out. The white ball of death. It's not being disrespectful. It's fantastic. The mafia makes the best pizza. Well, I don't know anyone in the mafia anymore. So yeah. Well, the pizza Palermo, he said, was awful too. Because on his job, that's what the doctors bought in the place that he works, and so he said that was awful too. It is a white ball of death. At least it was in Florida. So we'll try some more eventually, I'm sure. But I like pizza. I like hamburgers more, but I like pizza. There's a place called Burgertory. I found it on the Google Maps. So we're going to have to try them. Because like I said, I can eat a hamburger in my sleep. That's my favorite thing to eat in the world. But there's always the chains. And that's what's always closest to wherever we live. It's always the chains. Like when we lived in Florida, there is, yes, Purgatory, but it's called Burgertory. And they put it's kind of like Red Robin too. They'll put the little toothpick thing in. It has Red Robin at the top. They put the little toothpick thing in, and it's like the devil's trident. It's neat. But I'll have to try them. Like I say, I found it on the Google Maps, so we'll have to make an excursion one day and try them probably next week sometime, because we also need to try to find a Nike store here, and the closest Nike store is 40 miles away. No exaggeration. 40 miles away. I'm like, son of a mother, who wants to drive an hour and something to go in this kind of traffic? This is big city traffic. Florida was ridiculous traffic too, but this is gross. What's a Nova platter? don't know. I'll see what I do there. That place was not very good. That's the one you Googled? No. Oh, see, I don't like fish. I love a Burger King, but I want to try these other little people. I did have the Max and Irma's the other day. That was the steak and the chicken. I didn't like either one. There is the Burger Tory. There is, oh Lord, the Bob Evans has hamburgers too. I want to try them. Oh, the Priamantes brothers, or however you say that word. Priamantes. I tried them. I didn't care for them either. Oh no, I can't eat nothing out the ocean. Zero things out the water. I don't even like water. I definitely don't want nothing out the water. Oh God, when we used to go, it was the store out in California. When you walk in, for whatever reason, was not the produce or the check stands. It was the seafood. Oh, that was the worst. I would have to hold my nose every time. I'm like, yeah, no. See, but I can't cook. So that ain't gonna work for me either. I can't with the, I see, I can eat some fish, but my father, as he calls it, fake fish, kind of like from the fast food restaurants where it has that generic breading on it, and like I can eat that kind of fish. Like the supermarket, Mr. Gordon's fisherman fish, but don't give me no shrimp. I don't want no lobster, no crabs, no crawled eggs, no none of that. It's I can't. It's just gross. It has, but outside the smell, I don't like the taste of fish at all. Anything out the water. I'm from Oklahoma. All of our water features are man-made. So I didn't grow up on, I mean, I guess I did kind of grow up on catfish, but I never ate it. I always just ate the French fries and left the fish. I can't. We like pigs, bacons, and sausages and things. Yeah, that's actually where we got our fried chicken from. Was, I mean, the first thing I ate when I got here was KFC. But the grocery stores have the best fried chicken. I mean, outside of Popeyes, there's no, there's no church. Well, I don't know. I didn't search for a church's chicken, but wherever it is, I'm sure it's in the hood. Yeah, catfish is awful. But I'm like any fish, I guess. Jules, you started that. But I bet it's in the hood. Wherever it is, I'm sure that's where it is. Bye, Gary. Have a good shift then. All right, we got 29% on the phone. I think I can make one more loop around. I can't really call this exercise because I'm going all of zero point 0.0 miles per hour. And I done stopped like 7 times. Vegan mac and cheese. I don't want vegan cheese. No, I haven't. Colleen, I have not. They sell them all day, every day at the grocery store, though. So I'll try one. Yes, seasoned one. Seasoned weed, but exactly. That was that was a staple for me growing up. Mind you, I never did the pepper part, but my parents sure did. You get that big giant chicken breast, it's the size of a pterodactyl. You put it on that plate, jalapeno pepper, hot sauce on top of that, because you know high blood pressure is good. So there you go. That was a staple. Oh, y'all don't have fried chicken places or many? Bless y'all's heart. That's probably why during the winter months, um, all of our restaurants are full of Canadians. Food they don't get back home, I guess. That was always one thing. I've never been outside the country, but that was always one thing that, like, I was apprehensive about. I'm like, when we go somewhere, what are we going to eat? Because as much as I want to go to London and Nova Scotia and all these different places, what kind of food y'all got? You know, I don't want to eat sausage, egg, and chips. Like, no, that doesn't go together. Not for Southern people, it don't. That would definitely have to be one of them things where you went to another country, you're going to have to get you a place that's got a stove. You're going to have to cook. And then when you come over here from another country, everything has got salt and sugar in it. It's like, Lord, I'm going to have diabetes and hypertension when I leave the U.S. Good Lord. A tarot dream, I've had one tarot dream. And that was the day I was learning to read them. And I have not had any more since then. Well, I had my dream that I told y'all about this earlier on the live stream. But that was not tarot related. It just had tarot in it. It was really about something else. Popeyes is the best, hands down. And then KFC is close after that. And then Church's Chicken is the only one left. Oh, you been getting them lately? I have not been getting any. I've only had the one. I've never had smash burger. There was one in Florida. And the only reason I kept looking at it is because the signage on the building looked like GameStop. So every time I looked over there, I'm like, that's not GameStop, it says Smash Burger. I'm a Szechuan person. Yes, KFC gonna give you some sodium now. I like chicken lo mein. That's usually what I get, as a chicken lo mein or a chicken fried rice. or fried rice. Doesn't necessarily have to have meat in it, but that's what I got now. It's just the fried rice. I had Five Guys before I left Florida, and Five Guys is expensive, especially for it just being hamburgers. I don't know, I wanted something more glorious for how much it cost. It wasn't bad though. I can't say nothing bad about it except it being expensive. Hi, Paige. Okay. Oh, wait, Insight Tarot, is it in your head? Okay. I take your word for it, Epiphany, because if I go over there, Americans like junk, so I'm going to need some junk when I go other places. Wait a minute. Oh, they're dirty because they got their skin on the back. Is that what it is? Because some of those fries, they're home fries, but look like they got that ashy elbow skin on the back of it. Yeah. Five Guys is good. I want to try this burger tour. It's going to be my next DoorDash thing. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get here. You know, I'm not a person who wants the skin on my fries. Every now and then, I will put it on there or leave it on there, like if I do like the home fries. But most of the time, no. I grew up, that was always trash. Okay, well, people, I like junk, let me say that. You know, I've never been a McDonald's fry fan either, and they're the number one in our country anyway. But I've never been a big McDonald's fries person. And apparently they have the best one. If you take a poll and a survey, then they have the best fries in the world. Their hamburgers are complete garbage, but if you want some fries, it's the place to get them, they say. I actually am a fan of crinkle cut or curly fries. Those are usually my speed. Yes, maybe that's what it was. They were good back in the day because they had the right kind of crisp and the right kind of everything, but I don't like them anymore because it's salt carb. That's all it is now, is the carby salt. Oh, Lord. More flour. Pittsburgh puts French fries in everything. I looked at a menu, I forget what restaurant it was, but it wasn't a national chain. It was a local spot. And everything had French fries and coleslaw. French fries, coleslaw. I'm like, everything in the world don't need French fries in it. See, curry, see, I can't eat nothing at your house. I don't like curry either. Well, I never had it, so let me stop saying that. I don't like the smell. I don't like that spicy smell. But everything's got French fries in it. Caesar salad with French fries. I was like, okay, I'm done looking at this menu. Thank you. I'm about done anyway. Phone's about to die. We've been out here for 2.5 hours. I got my exercise in. Then I'm gonna go home and eat brownies and fried rice and undo everything that I just did. Because why not? You'll make me drop the phone. Oh, you can get you a Caesar salad, some French fries, and some apple slices. I can't do it. Oh, I don't know why that was so funny, but it was. Yes, the French fries are in the salad. French fries are in the salad, and I guess they're cold or room temperature. I wouldn't reckon you'd put hot fries in a cold salad, but then again, I don't know because I never put French fries in my salad before. Yeah, that is gross. But that's what I'm saying. Everything in here has got French fries in it. And now, mind you, I talked about it like a dog, but I used to do it as a kid. Every sandwich they make has French fries in it. I used to put chips in my sandwiches. I did do that. French fries is just the same thing, but I used to do it. Well, I don't know, because I like the crunch of the chips. That was pretty much why I put them in there. And if you're going to eat a sandwich with chips on the side, it's the same as putting them in there anyway. So, I don't know. Yes, chili. I would think, okay, chili fries. Okay, fine. But your salad need French fries too? Lord Jesus. This is why we all on medications. Mm-mm. You see, I'm not a onion person. I don't really care for onions like that. It just sounds nasty. But I'm gonna eat fried rice and brownies, and then have a beer. See, I could do the potato chips and the tuna. Oh, I love a potato salad. I think potato salad is one of those sides that I can eat by itself. Like, for whatever reason, I can't eat mashed potatoes by itself, even though it's just another form of potato, but I can't. Macaroni, no. Rice, no. Potato salad, yes. Now, mind you, it's I don't really like beer. That was my Kavanaugh joke. All right. Well, we're coming to the end of the street. So, oh, wait a minute. I'm walking like I'm drunk now. Don't get me arrested. It's because my legs are tired now. Now I'm getting the Fred Sanford feet. So, thank y'all for joining me on our revamping of our walk. Um, for this, let me reach out to the community for a second here. Like I said earlier, I would appreciate not trying to make me show what's all around me and ask me where I'm at and all this type of stuff. If you see it in the comments, like if y'all are down in the comments and you see somebody trying to put my address, not just say I live in Pittsburgh, I don't care nothing about that part. But try and put my address, because mind you, I didn't see it. Jen saw it, and she told me. So just report it, and then we'll deal with them how we deal with them. If y'all would do that for me, pretty please, and thank you. So thank y'all very much for joining me. I'm tired now. I'm gonna go in the house and eat some junk and undo my exercise. So y'all have a good day. Thank you for coming out and walking down the street with me. Bye bye.